Hello everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. This is a 2-week update video on the 4 goldfish plants that were part of the order I placed at Ecuagenera's website in February of this year. If you feel like it, you can still watch the unboxing video I posted on March the 25th. Now I basically bought 2 types of plants. First of all, I ordered a bunch of philodendrons. And I did a 10-day update video on those on the 4th of April that you can also watch. And in that video you can see that all philodendrons were perfectly fine, even though I potted them up in soil immediately when they arrived at my place. And in that video I also explain why I do that and why that seems to work perfectly. Secondly, I also ordered 4 goldfish plants, and today I want to show you how they are doing after 2 weeks under my care. Now you should know, I never had goldfish plants before. I just saw them on Ecuagenera's webshop. They were quite cheap and I felt like buying a couple just to challenge myself with a new plant genus, which I recommend everybody to do to keep your plant hobby exciting. So how are the 4 goldfish plants doing after 2 weeks? Now you should know that all 4 plants came bare rooted, and just as I did with my philodendrons, I potted them up immediately upon arrival and I potted them up in soil. This is the first one, called Spatulata. I put it in a nice Mexican pot because that's the country where most goldfish plants come from. And as you can see, this plant after 2 weeks is doing perfectly fine. All the leaves are nicely green. I didn't lose any leaves, and you might even see that there are quite a few buds, flower buds, that are opening up pretty soon, I hope at least. So even though I potted this plant up immediately upon arrival in soil, it's doing perfectly fine. Let's have a look now at the second goldfish plant. This one is called Gutata. And once again, after 2 weeks in soil, you can see that this plant is in perfect shape. It didn't lose any leaves. And by the way, this is the one that had the beautiful red color on the back of its leaves. The leaves are also quite velvety, so I think it's quite a miracle that they didn't drop off after being shipped from Ecuador to Belgium. By the way, I always thought that goldfish plants had a tendency to trail, but so far these 2 plants are just growing up. We'll see whether they want to trail down in the future. So the third one is called Gloriosa, and this one is a little bit of a problem child, but I'm not worried about it. It will 100% sure survive. It did lose quite a few leaves, but I was expecting this because the leaves on this one are really delicate and small. But as you can see, there's still quite a few leaves left on most of the vines. There are a few flower buds even left. I'm curious to see whether they will flower or not. But also, this plant is sprouting several new small vines, which means that even if I lose all the old vines, the new vines will just make sure that this plant will survive. So now let's have a look at the 4th and final goldfish plant, which is called Crassicaulis. That's this one. This one should give me yellow flowers, and as you can see, also this plant is doing perfectly fine, even though I potted it up immediately upon arrival. I think this is my favorite one because the leaves are very leathery, almost like a succulent plant, and they are really shiny and bright green. So overall, I am quite happy with the way these guys shipped and how they survived their first 2 weeks here in Belgium. And if ever anything goes wrong with one of these plants, at least I'm sure I can take healthy top cuttings to propagate in water or perlite, because apparently they propagate quite easily as well. So as I said before, my experience is that you can perfectly pot up plants in soil upon arrival after having been shipped internationally. Plants and Mother Nature in general are more resilient than we sometimes think. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. Have a nice day. Bye bye.